Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Iwa, and today, as you can see, I'm at home. I am not reviewing any car, but I'm starting something on the channel which is exciting for me because I've been contemplating on this for quite some time, and it's driven by your questions. So, one of the questions that have been on my mind since it's been asked is how much is the installment on the car. I put up a car, how much is the installment on the car? And I'm worried that maybe, sometimes people are just taking deals without actually looking at the fine print and seeing exactly how much they are going to be paying overall. So I want to simplify this thing for you so that you never have to ask anyone. You're doing it by yourself. And as they say, if you want something properly, do it yourself. So this is where I come in. This is where I come in. So now let's do this. Let's just go right into it. So now let's say you are looking for a car, whatever car it is. You search on your mobile phone, of course, you see the car, you check the manufacturer's website or whatever platform that is selling second-hand cars because it's applicable even for second-hand cars. You go, you see that the car you like is 300,000, you go to the dealership, you test drive it, everything is fine. Now you want to get to the next step of buying it. You're asking the guys at the dealership, how much is the installment? They're going to be saying to you, let's go to the office, let's work out a deal. I'll do something for you that is great. They put a lot of papers down, they show you this and that. These are the deals, and you're just blinded by anything that is happening. You're just choosing whatever deal. You end up being approved to get the car. At the end, you realize that there's still a lot of things that you were not aware of, and that is something that I want you to avoid all the time. So what I'm going to be saying here is not a financial advice at all. It's just conversational based on the comments that I've been getting. So the first thing that you're going to need to do, as I said, this is just on your phone, nothing else. You go to Play Store or iStore. If you're using a phone, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's iStore, guys. I use Android all the time, all the time. So okay, fine, you go to Play Store or iStore, you search for financial calculators, and then when you get to calculators, you're going to find that, okay, fine, this is the app that I'm using. It's financial calculators, and it's the one that I've been using for quite some time. I am not in no way advertising it because they're not paying me for this. So just be aware that it's just an app that I've been using for quite some time. So okay, fine, let's go into the app now. Once you're done downloading, then the interface will come. It's going to be showing you this number of calculators that you can use to calculate whatever you want to calculate, whether it's a loan, auto car loan, whatever. So now I'm going to use the simplest form, the simplest. Even when I was in high school, this is what we were using, which is the TVM calculator, time value of money. For those who are not aware of the meaning, you go into this, then we're going to start now computing everything that we have. Still, we're at home. You can see I am at home. So, so now we are going straight into it to say that now we're looking at this car. It's 300,000. We go to the dealership. They give us the, what do they call this thing now? Pro forma invoice. But no. I think at the dealership, they will be giving you a quotation. They will call it a quotation in this case. And then you see that it's around 300 and something thousand because they're going to be adding a service charge, registration, on the road fees, and so on. That is something that is just standard everywhere. So whatever sticker price you see, just add like 3,000 to 5,000 to get to the total amount, unless if you're good at negotiating and you can keep it at that sticker price that is just on the whatever display. So okay, fine, let's say it's 305,000 in total, everything that you're seeing. We're going to input this on the present value because that is the present value of whatever you're getting today. Today, they're telling you that if we are financing you, if they were not giving you a car, they were going to give you 305,000 rand. So that's what this present value means. Basically, it's as simple as that. Whatever you get in today is the present value of that. Right. So now down to payments. We are looking for payment in whatever we are trying to achieve here. So we are not computing anything here. We skip it for now because that is something that we are looking for. And it's going to be driven by many factors, right? Okay. Now to the feature value. The feature value is quite something that you need to also consider, because I'm saying this because it's depending on the deal, but I want to use the simplest deal that we're going to be working on, which is now what? you're going to be paying off this car in entirety. You're going to use it for the 5 years or the 6 years or the whatever years that you're going to pay off this car. You're going to use it until you pay it off and you drive it without owing anyone. So if that is the case, in this case, we're going to put 0. If you have anything like a balloon payment whatsoever, you can still use it. But now we are working at a point where you are paying to 0, because I don't want to complicate this. If you want to have another discussion based on balloon payments and so on, you can tell me in the comments, and then I'll still work on a video to actually come and explain the same. And then now let's get to the annual rate. This is where it gets very interesting, because it's not a one size fits all. You need to understand the annual rate. There's a lot of things that are affecting it. One such thing is, when you're looking at the annual rate, you're going to be considering your credit score. That's another big topic. If I start on that one, we're not going to be able to finish. So, okay, fine. So with now the annual rate, you need to understand what is a prime rate. It's easy. Even if you don't understand the nitty-gritties of what is a prime lending rate, basically you just go to Google, search for South African prime lending rate today. It will give you that. If I go to Google now and search, you'll see that it will be like what? 7%. That is what the prime lending rate is. So now you are sitting at a point where they're going to be telling you, oh, we can give you this thing with prime -1. Your credit score must be very good for them to give you that, by the way. And if then your credit score is not as good, or it's okay, they can say prime +1 or prime +3 or whatever it is, right? So now we have 7%. If they're saying to you prime plus, they basically mean 7%. We're going to add whatever percent that they are indicating after they say plus. If they say minus, is the same. So now in this case, let's say we're working with prime +3, right? Just to be safe. We're saying then it's going to be what? Prime +3 is 10%, is 7 plus 3, obviously, is the maths there. It's easy. And then we come to the period. With the periods, it's determined by how many times you're going to be making these payments, right? In this case, a lot of people are taking cars either over 5 years or 6 years, or there are those who are taking it for 4 years. But you can put whatever period that you want to pay this car over. But most of the time when you're taking it via the bank, they're going to give you an option of 5 or 6. Most people are taking it over 5 years, right? So when you're looking at this part of compounding, it's standard. You don't need to change it. In South Africa, we are paying our cars monthly. So unless if you're going to be negotiating a deal that I don't know, where you're going to be paying annually, semi-annually, quarterly, and so on, you can change it. But there's no need for you to change anything down there. It's still as it is. It's monthly. And then you're going to be determining then, how many periods am I going to be paying this thing? Then you're saying it's how many periods? It's 12 months by 5 years is 60. That's how many payments you're going to be making. As simple as that. And then now, what is it that we are actually looking for? Like I said, we skipped payments before, and that is what we are looking for. Changing nothing. Don't press anything else. You just press payment. That's your installment. You see, that's how simple it is. All on this thing. Like, you don't even need to call anyone to pay anyone for this one. It's the simplest thing that you can do wherever you are, whenever, with your cell phone. You don't even need data for this app. So that's how you can determine your installment. Let's say now you wanted to do it over 6 years. You can just change the period here to say 12 times 6, which is going to be 72 months. Then you compute again, it's giving you that. It's 5,000 something. It's going down, but remember, you're going to be paying for a longer period. That's all there is to it. All there is. So I think I've covered everything that I needed to cover with this one. I hope then it's going to be able to help you. And if you need anything, remember, you can tell me in the comments. I'll try to bring that up. Of course, there are certain things that I can't do due to limitations that I have on my understanding, on depending on other people to give me certain things so that I can bring up contents. Otherwise, I truly appreciate that you were here with me today. And, I am out. No, before I go, please remember to subscribe, comment, let's engage, and then we'll take it from there if there's anything else that you need. Thank you very much for watching. I am out, and peace.